Have you ever had those moments where you just start to really hear these negative voices in your head that tell you you can't, or you're going to fail, or you're not safe, or all these things, and you find yourself attaching to those thoughts, and then all of a sudden you're panicked, you're uncomfortable, you want to get out of the situation you're in? Has this ever happened to you? I call this a stress spin. It's when we have these negative thoughts and these self-limiting beliefs that start to spin in our head, and those whispers get louder and louder, and we start to believe them and we start to attach to them. And then we either panic and freeze, or we flee, which means we get out of there and try to get out of the situation that we're in, or we get angry and nasty and blaming and start to fight. These are our ego's way of trying to protect us. And usually these experiences and these voices start based on either past experiences, based on belief systems that we have, or things that we've been told throughout our life that start to become these limitations. These whispers in our head start to limit what we're able to do because we start to believe them. We start to believe what we're being told. And here's the thing. We can change that. You can start to take back your power over those thoughts, one conscious choice at a time. So one of the things that I've been working with clients and even my kids on when they start to have those self-limiting beliefs is, first off, you need to start to notice and become aware of those self-limiting beliefs when they're just starting. If you wait until you're in that stress spin, if you wait until you're in panic mode and that fight or flight mode, it's really hard to get back control in that moment. You can do it, but it's harder. So the practice is really starting to notice those beliefs, notice the voices and those whispers and those negative self-limiting thoughts, and start to question them. Now, if you are in that stress spin, you can't start to question them because your mind has gone offline. That's what happens with stress, is we start to think irrational thoughts, and we no longer can really use our brain and our rational thought because stress has taken that offline. Stress has already activated that feeling in our body that makes that our ego mind is telling us, or our lower brain, our reptilian brain is telling us, not safe, danger, danger, danger. So that feeling in the body is when your heart rate starts to beat a little bit faster, when you start to get that pit in your stomach or the butterflies in your stomach that are a little bit heavier than normal, like excited butterflies, because remember, excitement and anxiety can feel similar in the beginning. Excitement is when you get those butterflies, the nerves, maybe your heart rate's a little bit. It's that anticipatory feeling. But when we attach to that and we think it's bad because those voices in our head start telling us, this isn't good, you're not gonna be okay, you're not safe, or you can't do this, whatever those voices are that you start hearing in your subconscious mind, that's what can start to create the stress and that pit in the stomach and that sweaty palms, heart racing, tense feeling. And this, guys, is exhausting. When we get in that mode, it can be very draining because think about it. Take your hands and tense your hands up really, 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 really tight. This is like when we're trying to hold on and we're trying to hold on because we feel unsafe, and now let go and just feel the release of that letting go. So that's what these exercises that I teach help you do, is help you notice those feelings in the body. Notice when you're starting to get a little bit stressed or a little bit anxious, and then start to pause. And that pause is just that, like, whoa, wait a minute, this is what's going on. And then you reset, and you reset through breath, taking nice, slow, deep breaths, and through consciously relaxing the body, noticing this tension in the body and consciously relaxing the body. And then once you have paused, you've reset the nervous system by breathing and relaxing your body a little bit, then you can start to engage your brain. And that's when you start to question those thoughts and you start to ask, is this true? And this is what I teach people. This is my Stress SOS program. This is my Calm in the Chaos program, because this is one of the most powerful things that you can do to learn to take back your power over your life. Because when you let those self-limiting voices take over, and when you believe them and you start to give them a home and let them hang out all happy and cozy in your brain, that's when you start to give your power away to other things and other people. That's where those self-limiting beliefs start to rob you of joy and growth and opportunities to find more joy, more purpose, to find deeper connection, because you allow that voice that tells you, oh, I don't think you can, or I don't think this is safe. You let that take over and rob you of these opportunities. Because guess what? It is in those moments of discomfort that the biggest change happens, that the biggest growth occurs. And when we get uncomfortable, a lot of us, we don't like that feeling. And that's when those voices start. And we believe that we're always going to feel that way, or we're never going to be able to do something. But it's not true. So when we can start to take back our power over our lives by first starting to take back our power over our mind and our body, and connect to our spirit and our soul, and connect to those thoughts and the mantras that are positive, like, yes, I can do this. This might be hard, but I can do it. I may be uncomfortable right now, but I'm going to get through this and I'm going to be better for it. So those kinds of things is what we need to start telling ourselves. Those kinds of things is what we can learn to, what I call, flip the script that's playing in our brain, in our mind. Tell ourselves a different story. Because so often the story that we've been telling ourselves, it's just not true. And with practice, and with more tools in that toolbox, and with greater awareness of what those thoughts are and where they came from and how they're not true, that's when you can start to really take back your power over your life and find more joy and be more connected and purposeful in your life and have deeper relationships and more enriching experiences, because we no longer listen to those self-limiting beliefs. We've taken back our power over our life. You can do this, and I'd love to help you. So you can do this either in my Stress SOS program, or, which is when you are in that fight or flight, it is a self-guided program that you can learn to take back your power over your mind and body. And then if you want to start to take back your power over those thoughts, that's my Calm in the Chaos program. And I've done this with 2 of my very anxious kids. One of my kids is away right now and has been dealing with this. And all of the tools that I have in my programs, I've been practicing with my son. And my son is finally in a place where he is feeling more free. He's seizing the opportunities that are offered to him, and he is flipping the script in his brain. And that's what I love to teach other people. I had to teach myself that. I've taught my kids, I've taught many clients, and I'd love to teach you, because you don't need to be stuck in this fight or flight all the time. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve your life. It doesn't serve your body. It's exhausting. It makes us feel achy and uncomfortable and tense all the time, so we get aches and pains, and it is exhausting. So if you wonder why you're so tired all the time, and you wonder why maybe you're not sleeping, or you can't poop, or you are having skin irritations, or your hair's falling out, that's stress. That is what chronic fight or flight, or being caught in this fight or flight all the time, that's what it does to our body. And here's the really cool thing. You can change that. You can totally turn this around and start to feel better in your body. Start to take back your power over your own health and your own happiness. You have all the tools inside of you. You just have to trust and believe that you do. And you have to sometimes look to other people to kind of give you that life raft and help you find those strategies, because we all have them. We just forget we have them. So I can help you find them. Be well, everyone.